Guess I started live. Okay. Did not mean to click on whatever I clicked on, but what is going on now? I don't know. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean Florida should be up by a lot, but yeah. One thing after another. Let's see. Oh man, it's always something. It's always something with these Gators. I'm just going live for the halftime, and then probably turn off. And another screen. Shocker. Nico has his worst game ever, and we only put on 3. You do, man. He's played bad. I mean, he played bad against Arkansas, but he's played really bad. Let's see. 3rd and 14. 30 seconds. Let's see what they do. Now they're going to pass it. Yep. Pressure. Mertz dropped. Mertz dropped. God, he's terrible. I'm sorry. I've been saying he's terrible like all day. Defense is balling. I think defense is balling because it ain't because the defense. It's because Tennessee has just been awful offensively. It's not the Florida Gator defense is the reason. I guarantee you that. It's just Tennessee has missed guys wide open. You know, the fumble. Let's see what we got here. And got a field goal. 6-0. Let's see, what's the flag? I don't know. Screw Belly and get Mertz the hell out of there. Down first, the fumble, and now choking on that drive. Yeah. I'm not sure what the heck's going on. They don't know either. Oh my god. So they got to replay the kick. Wait, are you behind? I'm confused. Florida just got a legal substitution, so they have to redo the kick. So I may be behind. I'm streaming the game, man. I'm too cheap to buy cable. I'm only going live for the halftime, and then once the game goes back on, I'm gonna get off, and then I'll make a either. I probably won't go live at the end of the game, but I'll make a video at the end. Yeah, kick again. There is some bright spots on Florida, but then there's some horrible spots that we've just seen for 3 years. What? Oh my God! The half is over. So Florida don't even get a shot to kick it. They don't even get a shot to kick it. Oh my God, Florida! I mean, I've just wasted opportunity after opportunity. Yeah, I didn't even think about the 10-second runoff because they're out of timeouts. But it's only because a defense, it can't end on a defensive penalty. It can end on an offensive penalty. Oh my gosh, dude. It is creative. Yeah. Well, that's the way it goes. That is Billy Napier football. I mean, this game really, I'll be honest with you, man. I didn't see Florida really making it competitive. Florida or Tennessee has played really bad. They've missed guys wide open. I mean, they have burnt Florida's secondary. They just can't hit the guys. Nico Iamaleava has been off really bad. And really, once Tennessee starts get going, once they start get going, it's going to be over for Florida. Florida's had opportunities. They have had opportunities in this game. They can't say, I mean, the fumble at the beginning, first drive for Tennessee, at least Florida gets the ball to start the second half. I mean, they have had golden opportunities. Ball at the 1. You run a quarterback sneak with Graham Mertz. You don't want to do a quarterback sneak on 4th and 1 with a 230-pound quarterback that you know he's going to get just an inch. Actually, not even a yard. It was inches. I mean, this is Florida Gator football. This is what you're going to get with Billy Napier. I don't care if this guy can end up winning 7 games. You're going to be an 8-9 win team forever with Billy Napier as a quarterback. Because I'm telling you, look on the sideline whenever that game's going to start getting closer. It's like he's having like one of them Urban Meyer episodes or something. He's like hyperventilating, man. It's weird. Tennessee's making mistakes, but the pass attack is hurting us. It's his reads that are hurting Tennessee right now. Yeah, man, Nico just played really freaking terrible, man. I mean, it's good for Florida, but points off the board. Really, Florida, the run game is shocking me. With Montrell Johnson able to run through that Tennessee front. Now, Tennessee battling some injuries throughout the game, but Tennessee's defensive front usually pretty good against the run, and Florida's been able to do very well against it. And, man, just coming out with so many drives with 0 points, 0 points, 0 points, when you're in the red zone, when you're at, I don't know how many drives that is in the red zone or in scoring position, and you don't get anything. So, yeah, it's, again, I've said this before, Florida they are incapable of putting together an entire game. All 3 facets of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. They just can't do it. It's annoying. But it is what it is. So, like I said, man, Florida has surprised me on some things that they're able in the trenches. And I'm like, man, if you win in the trenches, you're going to win a lot of games. If Florida's offensive line is winning in the trenches against Tennessee's defensive front. But for you to only come out with 3 points at the end of the first half is scary because Tennessee, we know that offense can be explosive. They can. Whenever they get it. Florida's offense is not explosive. Florida's offense is like that methodical, what they try to talk about Billy Napier. It's the dink and dunks, and you try to give it to your playmakers in the open, and you always do like a little play action, roll it out to your little tight end, and it's just a methodical. It's not a home run hitting offense. So hopefully Florida can capitalize, but it's like, man, is all the opportunities wasted now? Because now you have to go out and stop that Tennessee offense, which is still good. And if Nico can get it together, and if he can hit those downfield shots, which are open, Florida's going to be in trouble in the second half. Let's see, I am surprised and thrilled we're up by 3, but man, Billy is infuriating. It's you're glad, but at the same time, I would say this should be at least, at the least 10-0. You know what I mean? 10-0. Maybe 13 because of the stupid thing at the end of the half. But let's just say, 1 touchdown because of how many drives they've had. Florida's just been dominating. But it's just, again, coaching. That's why I don't pick with Florida anymore, because coaching is the biggest problem. Look at Alabama right now. Alabama, man, is struggling. Why? Because of coaching. Coaching is one of the biggest things that people I guess they forget about. They think you just need 5-star athletes everywhere, and you're gonna be okay. You need a good coach. I was watching the game. I was like, man, Florida can actually do something right now. I was getting, they reeled me in. I was like, hey, man, I'm doing. Hey, this might get my hopes up a little bit, but I don't know. It's I'm worried about that second half because, again, it's in Tennessee. Florida's going to get the ball to start the second half. Who will be out there? I don't know if it's Mertz or Lagway. But, man, Lagway sure looked good, his drive. So, I mean, the ball just comes out. By the way, the commentator said Graham Mertz can make off-platform throws. I don't think he knew what he meant by that. You make off-platform throws like Lagway does. So, I don't know why they even said Graham Mertz can do that. Not a chance. But, again, it's pretty ironic they call for a quarterback sneak at the half-yard line for Mertz. But Lagway, when you need 4th and inches, I think he was short. I know a lot of people were saying, I wish they would review it. I believe his knee was down. It doesn't matter. It would have been 4th and inches, and you have a 230-pound quarterback. You know how easy that would be? Your center has played well. He's like the highest-rated PFF center in college football. You don't think that would work? I mean, come on. I'm not saying it's 10 out of 10, but the odds of you making that, and you're trying to be cute, and you're trying to go, oh, now you want to do a jet sweep to Eugene Wilson. It's just been irritating because it's like, of all the times to call that play, that's when you want to do it. Tennessee's fast on the edges. Okay? They knew that play was coming. They have studied Florida. All Florida fans knew what Florida's bread and butter is. And with Eugene Wilson healthy back, you know they were going to run that play. And I think I think it shocked Tennessee they ran it on that play. I think that's what it. And maybe Billy Napier was thinking, oh, I'm going to get cute right here. They're never going to know this. They're never going to get this. So I think he was just trying to outsmart them, and he outsmarted himself, like usual. But I will say this though: we've had some great games, college football. Number 4, Penn State almost got upset. Oklahoma gets absolutely skull-dragged by Texas. And I had USC upsetting Penn State. I think that's my one game that I got wrong so far. So, but Florida has the lead. I think we can say that. At least we can say that. Florida has the lead over a top 10 team in the country on the road. The defense, I don't know how many sacks they've had in this game. I know 4 at least. I mean, they had 3 on one drive, back to back to back. So pressure is getting there. Tennessee's offensive line is worse than I thought. I knew they were suspect. How they get they play fast. So the whole game plan for Tennessee is get the ball out quick. So I'm very surprised just how bad that O-line has looked, but Nico has looked just as bad. So it's going to be interesting to see what Tennessee does. Both of these teams have to make adjustments. Who will be the team that makes the most critical adjustment and takes the victory today? Because whoever goes in at half and decides what they're going to change is going to ultimately win them the game. Florida offensively, it's kind of hard to really change anything other than stupidity down in the red zone. I mean, your plays are working up until you get to the scoring position, and then you freak out. I don't know. It beats all that I've ever seen, man. It's high school play calling when it gets down there. It's weird. Stupid calls, and that's what it's been. 12 men again, lose out. Another 3 points, man. I mean, there's been, I'm not going to say 2 touchdowns. I'm going to say 10 points plus the 3 at the end, 13. So you could say 16-0 it could be, but it's not. And that's the game of football, man. Tennessee can go, hey, man, we gave up 3 points because of the fumble. Defense really didn't cause that fumble. It was just, again, Nico just playing bad. He just played bad for now the past 6 quarters against Arkansas. Or now, because I watched him against Arkansas, he played pretty bad. Offensive line was pretty bad as well. And I didn't think Florida was ever going to get pressure, even with how bad their O-line is. But Florida's getting pressure, and they're getting after Nico. But I'm telling you, now when Tennessee comes back in the second half, when they get the ball, I don't care if it's 10-0, then probably 3-0. Tennessee's going to start relying on that run game. They're going to run it with Sampson. They're going to run it because you saw on 4th and 1 inside their own 15, they knew they were going to be able to get a yard, and they were going to lean on that run game. So I think they're going to start running. give Nico some easier stuff like they give to Graham Mertz, just little dink and dunks, and that passing game is going to start opening for Tennessee. Can Florida's pressure, can that defensive front get after Nico? I'm going to say about midway through the third, probably at the end of the third quarter, because that's going to be the deciding factor. So at this point, it's like I'm happy Florida's winning, but wow, 3-0, man. I didn't expect a baseball score. I'll be honest with you. Was not expecting Florida to be up, so it should be 17-0 right now or 20-0. Like I said maybe 16 because I don't know. You can never know. I mean, you can only hope that, but it is what it is now. It's 3-0 Florida. They got a lead right now. Can they sustain it? You're gonna need more than 3 points, I believe. So you're gonna need way more than 3 points. I just have to believe that Tennessee offense is gonna show up at some point. So, but let's see. If Florida loses this game, two things are gonna happen, or have to happen. Billy should be fired, or he has to be forced by the team to be demoted from calling plays. See, that's the thing. If it was a blowout, I'd say spot on, in my opinion. I'm like, if it's a blowout, he'll probably. I think the decision would be made. He's fired. I just don't know when they would make that move. But now the game is close and they're winning. I don't think they're going to. I don't think they're going to move. Not during the season. And as long as he can keep these games close, there's not a chance they're going to get rid of him, man. I know a lot of people want him. I said after his first year, but I was like, I know they're not. Mertz got to go. What are we doing? That's another one I said. I don't understand that one. Lagway, man, just go ahead and play him. Just go ahead. Rip the Band-Aid off. I don't care what you paid Mertz. I mean, who cares? Who cares what kind of what you made to him? I don't care. Put the best out there. Man, when that drive with Lagway went right up and down the field, you saw whenever he got out of that sack, that's something Mertz wasn't going to be able to do. Lagway kept the drive moving. 4th and inches, that's just a dumb play call. That's just a dumb play call. You know, I mean, I can't say I wish Lagway would just overrule him, but he's a true freshman, and I understand why he didn't. You know, but if he was a third-year player, somebody with a voice, I guarantee he would have checked that and just ran it himself. But I understand, he got the play call, but I almost wish he just said, no, I'm not doing this. Oh, it's annoying. The thing that's cancerous is he's going to lose the locker room. You can win ugly and still lose the locker room. Eugene Wilson is going to kill him. Eugene Wilson is a guy that I'm surprised that he did not. He didn't go into the transfer portal after his 4 games. So I'm because I think this is his 4th game. So I don't know if he can play another one. I don't know. That one's interesting to me. So, hey, by the way, I mean, talk about winning ugly. Alabama today. Sheesh, winning ugly. Yeah, this is 3rd. So I mean, could, if he sees, wouldn't shock me. So, yeah, his coaching is horrible. 4th and an inch, and we have a 240-pound quarterback in shotgun. Let me tell you something, man. The old heads, 80s and 90s, would have never thought about going shotgun. The easiest and quickest way to get a first down is straight ahead. Okay, straight ahead with a big 240-pound quarterback, but it makes too much sense to do that. The play works. The play works, and especially if you have the quarterback. Mertz is a big guy. I think he would have got. He just can't hold on to the ball. So, that's the thing where it's like you're trying too much effort, and that's what Graham Mertz was doing. He was just trying too much to stretch over, and it cost him 7 points. Should have tush pushed that thing with DJ. Yeah, even at 1st and goal at the 1 yard line. I don't even know why you use Mertz. Put in Lagway. Tell the defense we're gonna run right at you. Good luck stopping it. I'm having 2 guys behind me push me, and I'm 240 pounds, and I'm strong. And he was gonna get it. So You know, it is what it is. It just makes too much sense for us. You know, we're not coaches. That's what everybody's always, told me. It's, well, you're not a coach. I, I mean, if Billy Napier is what you call a coach, maybe I don't know what a coach is anymore. Put Big Dez in there. They'll run away from him when he falls. Oh, man, I'll tell you what, man. The defense has shocked me. I think it is a little bit of both of Nico bad, but Florida being good, especially getting after Nico and really rattling him. He's coming off a bad game, so you got to take advantage of that. Florida defensively has done a good job with that. Now, can that translate to the second half? Because like we saw last week, UCF, a totally different team for Florida in the second half. They didn't score a single point against UCF. UCF is smaller. They don't have the guys that Tennessee has. So what can Florida do offensively and defensively? So in the second half, Florida's second half has never been great. Okay, so we're going to have to see what the game plan is going forward. So, man, I went today to go watch a baseball game. Was it Auburn and Florida State? Florida State couldn't even win a preseason game against Auburn. I just had to put that in there. It was fun seeing Florida State even lose a preseason game. I don't care. Why did I go? Because I got free tickets. If anybody's going to ask, okay? You give me something for free, I'm going to take advantage of it, okay? I'm just saying. I didn't stay for long, though. I didn't. They started doing the little chant thing, too, and they started waving at me. I started waving back. They didn't understand what I was doing. So, well, we should be 20-0. You staying for the second half? I'm going to get off here to start the second half. I got my boy, he's coming back, so I got to attend to him for a little bit. I'm going to make either a video. I don't know if I'll be able to go live. That's going to be sometimes it's hard for me too. But I know I'll be able to make a video. I try to push through it, but I should be able to do that. Sometimes I can go live. He's not here right now. Man, whenever I'm here and he knows I'm live or I'm doing something in here, he always wants to come in here with me, so it's kind of difficult to do anything. He's always like banging on the door or doing something. So Lane Train sounds pretty good. I don't know what the score right now of Ole Miss. I think Ole Miss just scored a long touchdown, if I'm not mistaken. So, guys, I mean, it's going to be interesting in this second half. Dang, Oregon on top of Ohio State right now, 15-14. So, Florida, it's hard to say change up anything other than what they do down at the goal line. Florida defensively has done a decent enough job. They're getting beat on long. If Nico can hit those long throws, the defensive secondary is going to have to either step back a little bit, do something, because Tennessee wide receivers can fly, okay? And Florida Gators secondary has been burnt a couple times. They just haven't hit them yet. They're going to hit them, okay? But it's just, will Florida be able to stop them? Will Florida be able to be there and tackle them before they go for 70 yards? So that's the thing. That's the only thing defensively I would say to really change is to maybe have your secondary back a little bit, okay? You can still play zone. You can still pin your ears back with your line. You can still get after them. You can rush 5. Okay, but Florida secondary is gonna have to watch the deep ball because it's the home run for Tennessee. But really, defensively, I've liked what I've seen. They're kind of making a crunching sound. Really, it's probably because of the background music. I'm just doing it right off. No, I didn't even hear it. Let me see. I don't want you to hear that. There ain't no sense of listening if that sounds like crap. I hate that, whenever it sounds horrible. Let me see. Yeah, it sure does, don't it? Let me see. Ooh. Why does it sound so bad? Let me see. Let me see if that worked. No. think it still sounds terrible. It might be my connection. I don't know. Sounds like a flaky Oh, it's weird. I don't know. You sound like Billy Neighbor calling plays to Mercy. Oh gosh. Maybe Florida like knew I'm talking like crap about them. They were like, "Nah, we're gonna screw this guy's stream up." Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I do sound like a robot. Well, you know what? The start of the third quarter is starting anyways, so I'm gonna get off here. Yeah, it does sound like crap, but don't forget my video at the end. Maybe it'll be good, maybe it'll be bad. We'll see. Let's see what Florida can do, guys. Get back to the game. Watch it. Even though the commentators are pretty terrible, to be honest with you. But Florida's still up 3-0. Let's see if they can hold the lead. I will catch y'all back at the end. Let's see if Florida can get a top 10 victory. We'll see.